All right, everybody, we live. Let's get it, man. We are live. Let me turn this air on because it's about to get hot as hell. All right, we live. Let's talk about all of the gameplay reactions that we got. We're going to start off with NBA 2K Lab once again. If you have any questions at all, if you want to talk about anything, we got a lot to go over. My first initial thoughts from a gameplay standpoint. Gameplay looking good. Obviously, we got to get the game first. It's looking more responsive. I'm happy about that. I'm thinking, though, that there is a big possibility that this is going to be one of the most responsive 2Ks ever. It's also going to be one of the more glitchier 2Ks, especially when people really, really figure out how to dribble. And it's also looking like there's going to be a vast difference between the people that learn how to play the game and learn all of the little nuances and the people that just, you know, get on the game and don't know much about it or whatever it is in terms of being able to move and this and that. The defense is looking really good. Something that I've really been asking for in 2K for forever now. And it just hasn't been good. You know, like I have videos from a ton of 2Ks where you're dribbling or someone's dribbling, especially in 2K21 current gen. Oh my God, that was one of the worst 2Ks ever. You got people dribbling right in front of your face. You can't do nothing about it. They do a move, go behind the back. You're anticipating where they're going to go. The ball goes right through your body. You know, these are the kinds of things that I've been saying for years that needed to stop. They either needed to bump up the contact animations or bring the bump steal back. And it's looking like, from what I'm seeing, that they finally listened, which is weird because I saved a tweet from years ago from one of the devs when I mentioned this, and they said no. They just said no. Like I said it, and a dev finally responded to me, and they just said no, which was the weirdest thing because in my mind I'm like, why would you just say no to something that obviously makes sense? I've played all of the 2Ks. The first time I ever played 2K online was 2K9. So, in the first 2K I actually ever purchased was 2K6. That's the first one I ever purchased. And then my cousins had all the old ones, so I went back and, you know, played some of the ones on Dreamcast and all that. So I've literally played them all. But the thing is like, anybody that was there in 2K14, you remember the bump steal. The bump steal, I'm not saying the 2K14 bump steal was good. It was overpowered, right? But at the same time, the best bump steal to me in 2K history was 2K15. That to me was way better. 2K16 is when they started letting you get away with bullshit, where you got the momentum cross, which was trash. I've always hated the momentum cross. The momentum cross was absolute dog shit. And the problem with the momentum cross is that people could spam it back and forth, and you could be standing right in front of them and not be able to do anything about it. Then that was also the year that Hank the Tank came out. He did the behind the back thing or whatever it is, which is actually like a creative way to be able to dribble, but at the same time, if the ball's going through your body, nobody fucking wants that. So my thing is like, why has it taken this long for us to finally get something back in the game that makes sense? Was it because they were trying to cater to the casual player? Because the reality is, and I've said this before, if you look at everything, and we're going to react to the videos here in a second, winter is coming, guys. Winter is coming. It's coming for 2K. And I'm saying that because we are not, we are consumers, right? We consume the game. We want a good product. But 2K, over the years, has largely ignored its hardcore player base, not the comp player base, its hardcore player base that will play the game from release all the way to the end of the cycle, all 9 seasons. they have continually ignored the things that we need in order for us to be able to have fun. Because you want to know why? It doesn't matter if a casual gets in the game and spends $1,000 on the game. When he's done by December and he's playing something else and he doesn't play the game every single day, inevitably you're going to make less money by catering to him. Why? Because that's the quick fix. But what about the hardcore players that play the game all year long? What about the hardcore players? Like for me, I usually end up making 3 bills a year, which is still too much. It's usually better on the like 1 or 2 bills. You can't really get away with 1 or 2 bills nowadays. You could probably do 3. But like somebody like me or a hardcore player base, there are more of us that are going to stay on the game and play the game consistently over and over and over and over again. And we are the hardcore players. Even though I'm a casual, hardcore players are the players that you want to cater to. You don't want to cater to the people that are going to be here today and gone tomorrow. So that's just my 2 cents on it. We're going to get into some gameplay real quick here. We're going to watch some of the stuff that they're saying. Hopefully this will be loud enough. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. As always, with any of the creators that I'm watching here, we are going to be watching, who is this? This is NBA 2K Lab. So we're going to be checking them out. If you like NBA 2K Lab, if you get anything useful out of this video from watching them when they went to Community Day, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. My thing is, personally, I don't even like to make videos like this because I want to use other people's content and then I get a goddamn copyright strike, which is so stupid. But I'm literally just trying to react to the stuff that's happened and the stuff that they're talking about. So let me even put these on real quick here. See if I got that. Yeah, to be able to hear what is being said. Matter of fact, I'll just hold it open like this.
Welcome back to the 2K Lab channel. Today we will break down the top 10 things we noticed about 2K25 gameplay that you will definitely want to know before starting the game. Disclaimer, the game we played was not the finalized version. It could change before official.
Now, I'm already seeing some stuff that I'm liking. Those cross launches last year, them cross launches was some dog shit. That big ass over the top cross launch that Devin Booker had in his dribble style, and I think Michael Jordan had in his too. That shit was trash. I'm already seeing better cross launches. If you're going to play this game and you're going to be a guard, right? Not only do you have to figure out what height you want to be. I'm probably going 6'5". I really want to go 6'6", but I gotta see the difference between the attributes, right? And the things that I can and can't do. Because even though 6'5" was like a better build in 2K21 current gen, there's nothing that beats a 6'6" build because you have enough height and enough length to be able to get up and down the court and be able to contest and challenge. It's a whole bunch of shit that goes into just being 1 inch taller. Even the change in how your shot is. But the cross launchers are already looking good. That shit in 2K24, that shit was so dog shit. And the pro dribble style was literally like the thing that was the only thing that you could really use on anybody that was above 6'4", which is sad because you didn't need any dribble, you didn't need any speed with ball to hold on to that shit. That shit was dumb. So, you know, I'm already seeing some shit that I'm like, yeah, I ain't even gonna hold you.
So stay tuned to this channel for changes and updates. For the 2K25 Community Day, we were able to play the Play Now mode, an online 3v3 My Team mode, and the 2K Learn
I'm liking
mode,
the ankle breaker, baby.
The 2KU. So drop a like and subscribe.
I'm liking the ankle breaker. I'm liking that ankle breaker. Let's go back.
An update. For the 2K25 Community
Look at that.
Day, we were able
Look at this.
to
Look.
launch. So
All right,
tuned
are
to
we
this
watching
channel.
this? We got to slow this down. We got to slow this down. All right. Let's watch this. I'm going to mute it so that way y'all ears don't drop out. Look at this. Boom, boom. Okay, no space here. Need to get a little bit of space. That's a nice little move, right? I mean, he's open here, but, you know, people just not getting the game. This is community day shit, so ain't nobody going to be 100% locked in to know what's this or that. But there are some nice little moves. If you really watch this shit in slow-mo, it's some nice little moves here, man. I wouldn't rely on the crab personally to be able to do anything consistently anymore because they got rid of blunders. And also too, I even heard Swante earlier talk about the crab, and I don't know if it's like if people just don't like his delivery or whatever it is. And I'm not saying he's right about everything, but in that instance, he do be right about quite a few of the things when he's talking about from a gameplay standpoint or whatever it is. But it is what it is. But the thing that he said that I agree with was, in terms of the defense and being able to get bumpy and all these other kind of things, and then even in terms of what he was saying about the crabbing people, the crab is was such a bullshit move because to me, even to this day, no matter how many 2Ks I've played to this point, and it used to be 2K11. 2K11 used to be my all-time favorite 2K. The greatest 2K in my mind to this point was 2K15. Not 16, 2K15. That was when the game felt the most balanced. That's when shooting was hard until they came out that last patch. Demigods did not matter. If you didn't play the game, you wouldn't know. Demigods did not matter in 2K15's gameplay. And because those dudes first of all, the builds were so great, you didn't need a demigod to dominate people. It was very stupid, the people that started doing it. They did it near the end of the year or whatever it is when 2K16 was getting ready to come out. And then 2K got so infuriated by a couple of things that happened. From 2K15 to 2K16, we have never gotten true 99s ever again. All because of those assholes back in 2K15. So my thing is even in 2K15, you could tell who had a demigod because the demigods in 2K15, it was something about their feet or something where it looked like they was wearing sandals. Or some weird shit, some goofy shit. Something was invisible about their feet or something like that. And I remember playing with the squad I used to run with back then, and I even remember them, like, we was all in the party and we was all saying it. We were like, this is so stupid. Like, why are niggas making these builds, trying to cheat the game? Y'all out here with a demigod, y'all done glitched the game, y'all still getting your ass kicked. This is stupid. If you in 2K15, if you could play, you could play. That was it. If you could play, you could play. Yeah, obviously it wasn't a cheese-free game or whatever it is, but you couldn't just dribble right up on top of people and all this kind of shit. You had to keep and create space. That's what I loved about it. And when people gambled on the space, they got beat. You just went around them. You didn't have to fight like hell. Like, like in 2K24, when you get ready to do a move or whatever it is, you try to blow past somebody and a motherfucker, you get all this bumpy contact animation shit or whatever it is. In 2K15, you couldn't do that. You had to create clean space. I even have it on my demo reel that nobody fucking watches on my YouTube channel. I'm not saying they have to, but I'm just saying my favorite 2K was 2K15. You had to create space and get around people. You couldn't do this shit now where you running into people and doing all this. And I mean, it's better for the game now because it is more realistic, but at the same time, like, the days of having to get to quick kills and shit like that, they got to bring that back. Quick kills make 2K more fun. When you kill somebody quick and then you get straight to your shot. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be able to dribble. If you want to dribble the air out the ball, hey, knock yourself out. I just won't hop on the court with you bitch ass. But at the same time, from a dribbling standpoint, the quick kills, putting on move. I remember in 2K16, a lot of people, and if you played 2K16, you would know. In 2K16, what was one of the best moves in terms of the signature size-ups in the game? It was the Steve Nash. When Steve Nash had it equipped, and it was this long-ass hezzy. I mean, he would hit you with like a pop to the left and then a pop to the right. And when you did it, you couldn't even recover. We need quick kills like that back in the game to make the game more responsive. And if we're watching this stuff, like, I'm even liking this goddamn ankle breaker right here. Look at this. I'm liking that. I'm fucking with it. He's not in TakeOver. If you guessed the wrong way, bring these ankle breakers back. Get rid of this stun bullshit. Ankle breakers. Niggas that's playing defense bad and just trying to spam and wall up the entire time. If you bop them, let them get bopped. And see this right here? This is what I like too. Look at all this goddamn space. Look at this. If we're over here and I pop you and it's 3v3 and I pop you, I don't need you Superman and this nigga in the blue here, Superman over here to get to me. No, play's done. It's up to me at that point to miss it. So it's just some of the things, man, I'm liking about it. Like I said, we got to get our hands on it first. I'm just slowing it down right now to just watch a little bit of the dribbling, but I'm gonna speed it back up until I see something that I actually really, really enjoy. Let me turn the sound back on too so y'all can hear it.
Subscribe to the channel for more 2K content like this, and be sure to check out
I
our
mean,
website to be best informed on
this shit looks zippy to me.
So here are the top 10 things we know.
Another thing too, I don't think that, like, if you didn't notice in 2K20, and this is gonna help you in 2K25, this is vital information. One of the most broken badges in 2K24 was guard up. Now that guard up is not in the game, I don't know if y'all are paying attention. Watch when they get into these go-to shots. There's not that much space between people, except for a couple of the go-to shots. There's not that much space when you get ready to go for a go-to shot. There's not that much space. So this is making me think that they've just naturally incorporated guard up into the game for everybody. Guard up is when somebody's in front of you. They don't have their hands up, right? They're like this with their hands out, like to the side, and you just shoot it and they're standing right there. That's what it's looking like to me. So even on my channel, I dropped a tutorial on guard up, showing people how to do it and shit like that. This is looking like it's coming back. This is looking like something that no one can stop. Getting to that go-to shot, pop, 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 and get up in it. And I don't know if y'all seen, we're going to get to Twitter in a little bit too, because it was some good shit on Twitter. This LaMelo Ball shit, this shit here is, look at this shit. Not here. Wait. Look at that. Look at that shit. Did y'all see that? I'm going to go back in slow motion. He went into his go-to shot. He's blinking red. Look at that. Boom. Out of there. I'm telling you, man. We're going to get into Twitter a little bit later, but I'm telling you, it is looking... I mean, if you really a dribble head like that, I feel like you're going to have way more fun. Like, for me, I'm not a dribble head. I'm a shot creator. So I'm going to have fun in the game regardless, every single year. 2K24, I did not have as much fun because I did not enjoy that double tap back bullshit in order to get to your hop shot. That shit was very annoying. And that was one of the most broken features in all of the game. And it actually kind of ruined 2K24 for me a little bit. Because for me, I'm going to just keep it a buck. I was way more dominant in 2K23 because of the hop shots. These go-to shots that are in the game this year, these go-to shots are looking like, if you are like a shot creator, if you really enjoy the shot creation wave, it's looking like you're going to have a lot of fucking fun this year. A lot. So just be on the lookout for that, man. Do not rush out into the park and make your build and just run out there. You're going to be in bad shape. Don't do that to yourself.
Let's talk about the new dribble engine. We will later
the dribbling look cool to me.
Video breaking down the dribbling individually, but let's talk
about the
basics.
Blowing past niggas
are very much different, but being explosive is definitely still in the game as a ball.
And even look at this. Look at how hoppy he's getting with his dribbles. If you really like to dribble the air at the ball, it's in the game for you this year. It's not like 2K24. This nigga is moving around.
We were able to explode with multiple.
Look at that cross launch
and different animations, even including
same side launch. Look at that, boom, boom.
Including
I'm fucking with this one here. Let's go back. I'm fucking. Which one I'm fucking with? I ain't gotta worry about that because I'm not gonna have that because I'm not gonna be that little. I would never make a small guard. I would never go over 6'6" and I would never go below 6'5". You lose too much on defense when you go small. People don't understand it, bro. It's a very hard thing to play below 6'5". Oh shit! I got the crazy voice coming out. All right, so I'm fucking. This is what I'm fucking with right here. Look at this. That's way if we don't have to do, because remember in 2K24 you gotta go when you get ready to launch. You gotta go down and to the left and shit. If we don't have to do that and we can get this type of shit here. if we can get a quick, clean, like just get out, like I get to my move and just get out or whatever it is, and we can get to our stops and shit, this shit is gonna be fire. Because for me, I've talked about this a million times in 2K, especially when you're playing in a park, because I primarily play park. When you play 2K, there are 3 zones to operate with in 2K. There's this right here, this from this side of the court right here, all the way over here. There's from here to the baseline and from here to the baseline as a guard when you're in the park. The key to cooking people so you don't have to play meta when you're playing the game is when you get to moving laterally, what your hesitation is and what your step back is. Those are the 2 keys. You need the hesitation and the step back in order to be able to break up space. The quick stop and shit is cool, but it's just another form of a short form of like a hezi. You need that hesitation to get to that move, get out here, and then hit somebody with something. You can either hit them with a double something, like a double combo, or a double escape or some shit like that, and they're out the picture. It kills every single time. And with me, I don't like the over dribbling part. I like to kill people quick, and I like to keep people guessing. I like to dribble to a point where somebody's coming at me and they're being over aggressive. I cook them quick. Then the next time I cook them and then they're jumping. They're hitting the Y button and I'm just going around them, making the dunk or the shot or whatever it is. But this shit looking good, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. This shit looking a lot better than 2K24. GG's to that sorry ass dribbling in 2K24. Let's finish listening to what he's talking about.
Victor Wembanyama. Furthermore,
Even that, y'all, look at this. Come on now. Y'all can't tell me when you see Victor Wembanyama take off like this, and this shit here is deadly too.
Including
Hit play.
like SGA and Luka, and even centers, including.
Look at this shit. Y'all can't tell me this ain't fire. Look how fast this big ass nigga moving. Look at where the ball is. As long as you can't just run up on him and just steal this like this shit's gonna be OP as fuck too. But I mean, we need variation, but we need to be able to, like, for instance, right? I'm fine with him moving like this. What I'm not fine with is that if I predict where he's going, his big 7-foot ass can fumble the ball and still pick it up. That can't happen. If he can move like this, right, to make the game fair, if he can move like this, then as a guard, if I press up on him, he's all the way out here in the perimeter, and I use that cutoff mechanic that they talking about on the right stick. If I use that mechanic, I don't want to hear no shit about, oh, he fumbled it and he picked it back up. We can't have that. Now, if guards do that, if a guard has the ball and you guess where they are and their ball handle is so high that if they fumble and pick it back up sometimes, I'm okay with that. But this big nigga, look at this. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. And I don't know if y'all seen KD shit either. We're going to get into KD shit. That's not bad. For a nigga that's 7'7", that's not bad.
Furthermore, the dribbling looks to be
Look at this.
very realism heavy. It's a lot harder to tell when one animation begins and ends as you combo different moves.
Guys, that's good. If you can't tell when one animation begins and one ends, that makes the game more shifty. That makes the game way more shifty. Now, we got to wait and see whether or not niggas going to be on here and they're going to be spamming steal. Because once again, even if, remember guys, in 2K22, before they buffed steals, 2K22 was a damn good game. Then niggas made the little niggas and even the walk back. If y'all think about it, right? The walk back was better than the John Wall step back from this year in 2K24. The walk back in 2K22, even though it was cheesy, it was better than the John Wall step back in 2K24. The John Wall step back with that L2 cancel shit, that shit's unguardable. I don't give a fuck who you is. That shit is unguardable. For a nigga that sits in the my court and practices this all day and jumps back and does that shit's unguardable. This is so much better. I mean, well, the walk back was so much better. But the thing is that moving into 2K25, right? With these kinds of moves, if you can cook somebody and you can get to that Jamal Murray hot back or some shit like that, you're not gonna need to do the walk back. Because now you can actually play and it'll look good and it'll feel good, and it'll create space. And that's what we want. We want a game where we can do moves that make sense, and it looks good, and it feels good, and it creates space. Because the closer we get to that, right? Not realism, but the closer we get to a game where we can do moves and it look good and it feel good and it creates space and it creates lateral movement to the left or to the right or whatever it is, but if we can get closer to that, we're going to have a great game. And I think 2K25 is going to be good.
Overall, look more pleasing to the eye. Dribbling overall
Got to
is
get the
very
game, though.
dynamic now, so be sure to have notifications on for when we drop the.
Look at this. Look how fast he's fucking dribbling.
Shot mechanic was something that caught our
What is niggas talking about the dribbling going to suck? Look at this. Bam, bam, bam. Like,
go-to
what?
shot mechanic was something that caught our eye heavily. Being you can replicate real NBA footage.
Dames is going to be fire.
Some look to be better or faster than others, but you can launch explosively out of all of the ones we tested. Similar to the controls of a hop jumper, you would run out of
Look at that.
right.
That's good. I'm fucking with that too. Look at that.
The ball.
That's quick and zippy. Can we get that?
Similar to the controls of a hop.
And that's why I said, if you're a guard and you watch my channel,
jumper.
If you're a guard and you watch my channel, get your jump shot first, get your dribble style second. Do not make your guard and don't get your dribble style second. If you don't get your dribble style before you get your dribble moves, you're gonna be cooked. Because in every 2K, they always put moves in the game where you can get a move that's not that great, right? You can get a dribble move that's not that great, or it's like lower rated, like 70 or whatever it is, and still be able to do damage. But if you can't move with your dribble style and you can't play no defense and you can't shoot, you're fucked. All that dunking shit and stuff like that, dunking is cool and all, but like 2K has killed dunking so much in their own games to the point where it's better to just make a fucking shot creator than it is to put any dunking on your build, because it's like they don't want niggas getting dunked on no more because niggas is crying too much. The same way they basically took ankle breakers out. But let's keep watching.
Out of the move right before the player touches the ball with both hands if you were looking to cancel the shot. This makes this one animation alone a very effective move if used correctly. So
look at that. That's not a lot of space.
This animation at the surface looks slower, but
guys, that's not a lot of space. This is guard up. It's just baked into the game now. Literally one of the most broken badges in 2K24. And that's coming from a nigga that got 10,000 views. My first ever YouTube video with 10,000 views off of making a video on contested shooting. This shit here, I'm telling you, when people really learn how to cook, especially like the dribblers, and they start dropping tutorials, it's going to be a lot of people with their arms down like this. Them motherfuckers going to be mad. They are going to be screaming and running with their head like, oh, man.
This was one of my favorites. So let's break down this play. With Luka, you create separation for the shot, but it's a burst that you can do in either direction that the defender should be
Look, that's a good cross launch.
You're able to cancel the go-to shots and burst in either direction, giving you options on how you want to attack the defense. I start the go-to shot and the defender plays to my ball hand side.
Okay.
The defender also comes into play on the right, anticipating me launching to the right. We read the defense and then quickly get into our go-to shot.
And this is me for sure, because you know I ain't passing that bitch. If you watching me, this is not a channel for passers. I can promise you that. This is for channels that niggas that like to learn how to play the game and really get a bucket. All that passing shit, that shit'll come on the back end. I ain't worried about that. No, because to me, if you don't work on getting better at the game, why should I give you the ball? You got the same goddamn video game I got. I don't give a damn. You can make all the excuses you want to. I got a job. I got a kid, blah, blah, blah. Okay, everybody does. Everybody that's grown has a job. But understand this. If you're going to be on the game for 2 hours at night after you get off work, you can take 10 to 15 minutes to go into the my court and shoot some shots and learn your jump shot timing. Stop making excuses. And then you get on the court and niggas don't pass you the ball and then you're mad about not getting the ball. 'Cause I'm going to tell you right now, if I'm on the court with you and I throw you that goddamn ball and you're open and you don't shoot, or I throw you the ball and you have no moves, don't keep calling for it because it ain't coming. Don't even step on the court with me. Ain't nobody got time to be playing with y'all, man.
to finish the animation. Another favorite is Ja Morant's.
This shit look good.
If you're into faster moves, this man gets into a shot a lot faster than the other ones that we've seen.
That's the same crossover from last year, but
shot. Next, we found that we couldn't dribble into the defender.
oh, by the way, did y'all see that Trae Young on Twitter? Oh my God, that shit's filthy. I know that shit's a travel, but that shit nasty, boy. That's some nasty shit.
More like we could in previous seasons. The ball handler would either drop the ball or get a fumble animation. We also noticed that this led to a lot of
this is what we need. We don't necessarily even if they take the bump steal out, give us the goddamn contact. Don't let this nigga keep dribbling like this. This is a thing, right? Even with people that quote unquote dribble guys and stuff like that. Hey, if you like to dribble, knock yourself out. But the reality is unless you're literally one of the elites in the community where you're wagering and putting money on this stuff, most of these imitation dribble guys that are out here, these niggas are not good at the game. They're good at exploiting the game. They're not good at the game. I don't care that you can dribble a lot. Just because I like to play the game a certain way, I like to get to my shot creation shit, kill you quick, get to a shot creation shit, step back, midi, this and that, spin shot, you know what I mean? Layups, dunks, reverse layups, euros. Just because I like to play like that, that does not mean you have to play like that to enjoy the game. We got to stop this nonsense in the community. Or if you don't play like me, you're ass. That's not true. That's not true. If you like to dribble, there's nothing wrong with that. My thing is every year you get people that wait till a YouTuber drops a tutorial on dribbling. They come out there, they do the glitchy dribbles, and even though they're dribbling, right, you can do as many moves you want to. You got to get to your shot eventually. You have to get to your shot. Now, my thing is this. If you really master dribbling, even if you're an imitation dribble guy, right, if you really master dribbling, think about this. What's my only chance to stop you if you've put in hours and hours and hours and weeks of work into learning how to dribble? My only chance to stop you is for the game to work properly. Because you've already broken the game down to a science. I'm not saying, oh, well, I should beat you and I should win the game and I'm better than you. We don't know that until we actually play. But what we do know is you can do dribble moves in 2K where literally you can be right in front of somebody. They can guess where you're going to go. They can jump to the spot to try to cut you off and nothing happens. It's been like that for years. It's been like that since 2K16. So it doesn't matter if people can dribble. You gotta shoot the ball eventually. That's how basketball video games are played. Who outscores the other person? Who plays the better defense? That's how it's played. So I don't give a fuck about all that dribbling shit and all this other kind of stuff. You could dribble to your eye, but if I predict where you're going, 2K, hopefully they will stick to their guns and they won't nerf it. Because y'all know how this look. This shit will look good now. And then this bitch will come out. And these wannabe dribble niggas, they'll be on the court, and that shit will be getting boxed, and they'll whine and complain, and a patch will drop, and the game will be cooked for the year.
In previous years, now you can't even do a
That's
side
good.
Crossover or breakdown combo.
They got to nerf steals, though. Steals cannot be as strong as they've been the last 2 years. It's been ridiculous.
Animations throughout our time playing, but probably 3 times the bump steals. Or a ball handler turning the ball over after dribbling carelessly. This took some getting used to, so be prepared.
I'm okay with that steal animation, but honestly, they got to put more steal animations back into the game where when you steal it, you can take off. That shit got to stop. All this fumble shit, no. If you dribbling it wrong and I pop it out your hand, they used to have an animation. Oh, that animation was so beautiful. This was back in 2K10. I'm taking it way back. In 2K10 and 2K11, where if you were playing on-ball defense on somebody, if somebody did the wrong move or whatever it was, right, you could predict where they're going to go, hit X to steal the ball, and when you hit X to steal the ball, what ended up happening was you stole a ball from the ball handler, and the ball handler fell on the ground because they just lost the ball, or they were falling on the ground. You could just take off, and now you can get into every little Showtime dunk and shit that you don't learn how to activate and stuff. That shit was fire. They kind of took it out the game, but and they had it in the 2K20. No, it was kind of in 2K20 where you could steal the ball from somebody, get ready to take off running, and if they matched X too many times, they would dive on the ground like a loose ball type shit. but you can still just burst past them.
Prepared to dribble more carefully going into
Anthony
2K25.
Edwards,
We
his
did
animation's
also notice
looking good,
lane
too.
steals feeling great with the better defenders and a long wingspan. Using Lonzo Ball online felt
That's
great
kinda
when guessing
broken.
passing lanes correctly. We also noticed that defensive lateral movement seemed to keep up much easier with ball carriers. I played online with mostly two-way players, but I felt more on top of things than usual with faster lateral movement. This could just be a result of most players not knowing how to dribble or speed boost yet, so we will have to hold off on this final
Yeah.
decision of defensive movement.
I like the defensive
Some of
slides.
the smaller things we noticed gameplay-wise was how aggressive the dunks were and the small rim pull after the dunk. We noticed players would pull on the rim, making the rim and the backboard move instead of it being more still like previous.
You don't care
We
about that
also heard
shit.
Talks of it being easier to dunk on smaller and low defense.
The rim pool shit, that shit's cool. It's like a nice little aesthetic thing, but it's not, you know. But yeah, hopefully they bring contact dunking back when niggas get punished for being down there.
Defenders with the dunk meter, but we couldn't test this much at the event, so we will definitely look into this with analyzed testing as early as we can. We also noticed a lot of players overall had faster jump shots than they did in 24.
And y'all know what faster jump shots means, right? Faster jump shots means more people will use different jump shots. Until 2K Lab drops a video and says this jumper does this percentage, this and this and this and this, whatever it is. But you should pick jump shots based off of all you got to do, man, anytime 2K comes out, all you got to do, you just got to pick a jump shot that is based off of some of the best players at whatever position you want to play at in the game. That's usually what it works. 2K, you got to remember, it's still a video game at the end of the day. 2K is trying to make this bitch accessible for people that are not diehard basketball fans too. So that, I mean, it's gonna be one of those things.
Notice this heavily with KD and Wembanyama. So if you're a fan of making taller builds, you might
See,
be doing some
here
better
we go with the
jump shots
bullshit.
in 2K25. And we will be testing
That
jump shots
wraparound
as fast
pass.
as we can to see the speed.
I'm okay with it if
percentages and
I'm okay with a
stats.
wraparound pass if a motherfucker got a super high pass act. I'm not okay with it if it's your pass act is dog shit and you doing that shit, because even in 2K24 it was big men throwing them kind of passes. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, how many more years we have to put up with this shit too?
As soon as the game officially launches. We noticed that taking advantage of a mismatch were a lot easier. We did have some play now footage showcasing this, but even on the online sliders and online difficulty, it almost felt like a guaranteed bucket when taking on a mismatch as a
I ain't got no respect for niggas that just back down and do stick dunks. That shit's corny. But play how you want to play, but that shit's corny and weak. Especially because once you take that away from, especially in the 1v1, I played a lot of 1v1 this year. There's so many cornball niggas that played the 1v1 this year that make them big ass fucking post scores. Motherfucker has no skills. They have no moves. They don't shoot no hook shots. They don't shoot no post fadeaways. They have no post shimmy. They have nothing. They just rely on the game to bail them out, which is crazy to me. The niggas will cry about people dribbling, but then they will sit in the paint like a bitch and just back you down the entire play. That's just wild to me.
play. On the other side of this, we noticed a lot of blocked shots from help defenders. It
Ooh,
seemed like defenders
oof.
could track the ball down a lot better than what we're used to seeing in previous years. Lastly, we noticed
Now, that shit that they're saying about people being able to track the ball down a lot better, that's not going to be good. That's not going to be good. I'm going to tell you why. 2K is a better game when everybody cannot get chase down artists. It's a better game. If you let's say for instance you make a play shot, a 6-3 play shot, whatever it is, you got a decent steal. When you steal the ball, why is everybody up the fucking floor every time you get the goddamn ball? That shit got to stop. There has to be speed variation. The last time it was really great was probably 2K, maybe 2K20. 22 it wasn't bad either. But that chase down shit, man, they gotta stop this nonsense. This shit gotta stop. Everybody shouldn't have it like that. To me, bronze and silver should work in the half court, or you gotta be really close to a motherfucker on the break already. But bronze and silver, you should not be going full court chasing somebody down with bronze and silver just because you have a fucking 90 steal. The block rating has to matter too. Now gold, if you have that bitch on gold and you're fast enough, oh yeah.
a big improvement in the visuals.
Won't care about the
I myself
visuals
am
either.
not the
Hey,
biggest
man.
visual guy, but these visuals
Shout out to
definitely brought
2K
a good
Lab.
feeling when playing the game. The lighting and the graphics on player models looks to
Won't
be
care
a
about this
lot
shit.
better, and mixing that
We get in the
with
game,
heavy
we get to
realism
dribbling
gameplay
and
felt
doing
like
step
watching
backs
a
and
real
shit.
NBA game
Also,
at
too,
times.
I'm gonna be live the day that the game drops. I got my pre-order in. They can drop in the Park News this week, so it's whatever. And I'm trying to create content. That's the only reason why I pre-ordered the fucking game. But honestly, 2K, they do not treat their consumers the right way. So shout out 2K Labs, man. Leaving a like on the video. If you're watching the stream, also leave a like on the video. Subscribe to 2K Lab, even though, I mean, they got all the damn subscribe. But, you know, subscribe to them. If you don't know about 2K Lab, you're basically living under a rock. Let's see, what we want to go to next? We want to go to Young Dirk. There's a Young Dirk video. Kevin Cruz. I like Kevin Cruz shit because he really go in depth with trying to figure out the moves and shit. That's what I like about his fucking videos. And you can really learn the mechanics of the game without having to be meta by watching this dude, Kevin Cruz. Let's see what he's talking about real quick. Because I heard that this was literally the best dribble video that dropped today. 10,000 views 16 hours ago. Let's leave him a like too. I've never watched a Young Dirk video. But you know, we're going to go ahead and watch and see what's cracking.
I heard the dribbling is terrible. Dirk, I heard you can't speed boost. Shut the f up. Yes, you can. You can dribble. You can speed boost. The dribbling is not bad. It's just going to take some time to get used to. I have 15 dribble moves that I want.
Okay, look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Everybody, the people, y'all have to understand, when people that really, 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 like the people that like to do this kind of shit, this shit is goofy to me. But it doesn't matter if it's goofy to me. If he want to do this all day, this man, he pay his own damn bills. He pay for his own, I think he do. I don't know the man, but you pay for your own bills. You pay your damn internet. You bought your damn Xbox. You know, bought your controller. You pay for that. You pay for all the shit in your house. If you want to play like this, go right on ahead. But if I predict where you're going, just let me get the ball, and then we ain't got no problem. Then it's cool. But shit like this here,
It's not bad.
dribblers,
It's just going to take some time to get used to.
if
I have
if
15
you like to
dribble
dribble, you're gonna have fun this year. You're gonna have fun this year. Unless they patch this and take this out, you're gonna have fun this year. Shit like this. It's a lot of shit in the game. Is this a carry?
moves that I want to show.
No, he hitting the ground with the ball. But yeah, this, I mean, like I said, I'm not advocating for dribblers. I'm advocating for shot creators. I like shot creation. I like cooking niggas and pop, hit you with the heads. You know, because to me, even like with Kevin Durant and shit like that, Kevin Durant, as tall as that motherfucker is, 7 foot some, he got some of the cleanest crossovers in NBA history. That nigga, when he crossed Gafford earlier this year, whatever it is, that's what we want as me as a shot creator. That's what I want in the game. Boom, boom. Hit you with one, your dumb ass bite on it, boom, boom. Got you out here looking stupid. Or even when he did that shit to Giannis.
You, and I promise you, if
This
you
shit look good
watch
to me.
this video and pay attention, you will have a massive advantage going into NBA 2K25.
Creativity
Let's
might
jump
be
right
back,
into this
y'all.
And start with speed boosting. Now, don't get me wrong, speed boosting is a lot different in NBA 2K25. There are two separate ways to speed boost, and they are totally different. One is out of your escapes, and then the other one is just out of any other move. Let's start with the escape. If you tried to speed boost how you did on 24, this is how it looks. Looks absolutely awful, right?
And see, I don't understand that about 2K. Why are they making it so difficult to do basic functions? You used to be able to just do a move and just take off and go. Now you gotta do the escape, you gotta cancel the escape, you gotta run out to the left, you gotta hit up diagonal. This, like, god damn, man.
So pay attention, because I do not want you dribbling like
Nigga, like, just because there's people out here that spam the moves, with the way the defense is looking this year, keep it 1,000 with you. With the way the defense is looking this year, it don't even look like they should make the dribbling that complicated to a point where you have to put in all these fucking inputs just to launch out of your move. If the defense works right. If the defense works right, we could literally get 2K22 dribble controls back and be totally fine. But the defense sucks.
This is how it's supposed to look when you are speed boosting out of the escape correctly. Pretty much how this here works is the whole animation plays out before you can even run.
Shout out to
When you
everybody
do
in the
run,
chat
you
right
don't even
now.
run fast.
If
So
you're in
it's
here,
like-
please like the video. Make sure you hit that sub button if you get anything helpful from any of the videos, man. We're gonna be doing everything possible for guards come 2K25.
What's the point of the escape? You actually have to cancel the escape to be able to speed boost. Now, how do you do this? Let's say the ball is starting in your left hand. You're going to be holding your right trigger the entire time. You're going to flick your right stick up diagonal right to hit your escape, just like last year. And then you're going to flick it again in that same direction to cancel it, and then you're going to run out of it. But you have to angle the left stick kind of diagonal up as well. It was a lot harder for me to get the animation, and I would say close to impossible, when the left stick was not at an angle going up. In all transparency, the timing on this, to my knowledge, again, with the dribble moves, I was...
If you can move like this, man, I don't know, man. I mean, it might be a little bit more complicated, but if you can move like this, man, it's gonna be a fun 2K.
Was actually pretty complicated to get down, I'm not gonna lie, but with practice over time, we will all be able to do this. Oh, I almost forgot. Shout out to Koza. He was the first person at Community Day to figure this out, and he taught me how to speed boost out of the escapes. Now, for speed boosting out of other moves, I'm not gonna lie to you, I did not figure out how to speed boost out of certain things.
All right, yeah, the speed boost. What is he talking about? Crazy crossover.
I
All right,
had a
let's get
really
to the
hard
crazy
time
crossover.
figuring out how to speed boost out of the snatch. This is the best one I got, and it's still not even that good. And here it is if you just do it completely wrong. But of course, I'm going to teach you what I did figure out. And the easiest one, in my opinion, is out of the signature size up. This is a timing thing. As you know, last year, if you wanted to speed boost out of your signature size up with...
I haven't played. I don't know about y'all, man. I haven't played 2K in weeks. I haven't played 2K since I hit 40 in season 8. That's how fucking ass the goddamn L2 cancel has been to the game. It's just not fun to play it. Like for instance with me, I could learn how to do it, but like it's not fun to do. It's not fun to play against. It's overused. It's corny. It's just not, it's not fun. Because, like, for me, when I'm playing, when I see somebody do something, especially, like, every time I play 2K, if somebody cook me, I go back and learn the move. I clip it and learn the move. The L2 cancel is so corny. The people that can't play 2K, or that were never good at the game, they use it in order to try to be good. And it's fucking terrible.
You just flicked your right stick up and then ran, right? This time, there is a delay. You just have to wait. Like, you wait a millisecond before you actually run. So you're gonna hit your size up, wait a half a second, and then run. And remember, your left stick is going diagonal up. It was very hard for me to speed boost going side to side. So left stick diagonal up. As far as the other stuff, it's the same thing. There's gonna be a delay before you run. It's just the timing is a little different, and I need to play the game more and practice more to give you guys the actual
Can't wait to
answer.
get into
Make sure you turn
my
on
court
the
first
notice
day.
and subscribe. Once I figure this all out, I will definitely be dropping it for you. I heard they took John Wall out of the game, but bro, this is better than John Wall cross in my opinion. Look at the Magic Johnson crossover. Well, I think it's a Magic Johnson crossover, but bro, look how much space I'm creating, especially paired with the left stick cross, how I've been doing in these clips. Just imagine hitting the left stick cross about around
That John Wall cross, that shit was some dog shit too. I don't even know why would, as with 2K, why would you take out the old crossovers to put some shit like that in? I used it, but that shit was dog. I used it on Kobe, but I only used it on Kobe because I use all Kobe 6. Also, too, I heard a rumor. I don't think Kobe's gonna be in 2K25, which is ridiculous. Because every year, the first thing I do is I go and I play, even before all that stuff happened. Even before 2020 when the accident happened, I play with Kobe every year. So if Kobe's not in the game, like, what the fuck's going on?
Screen and then the magic cross to
Very
the basket.
stupid.
I don't know if it's just because the player is big or the crossover.
So if Kobe's not in the game, does it mean all his 6 are gone too?
It's just godly. I think it's godly. And the best thing about this is you can kind of like change direction instantly, like going from side straight to the basket. I feel like on 2K24 with the wall cross, you had to be going, you know, relatively straight. It felt like with
I hope to God that the whole when you beat somebody and you cross the ball back over into dead space, I hope that shit's strippable because that shit is so ass.
the Magic Johnson crossover, I was able to cross towards the basket even though I was kind of still going sideways. I think this is going to be super glitchy. I mean, look at it compared to the De'Aaron Fox crossover. Like, the De'Aaron Fox crossover is definitely still good, but it's not creating as much space and not launching you as much as the Magic. I personally am not going to make my first build without this Magic Johnson crossover. Do y'all remember John Morant aggressive breakdown from 2K24? Well, here it is, but this year you are now able to spam it. And I already know someone is going to figure out a glitchy combo with this. And you can spam any other aggressive breakdown combo. And yes, you can speed boost out of it. I didn't get the super
That's
fast
just
speed
nice.
boost, but I did get a decent one. I still got to figure out how to get the super fast one. How you do this is very easy. You're holding your right trigger and just spamming up on your
Man,
right
I can't
stick.
wait to-
That is it. If you do the explosive
I cannot wait to get this game and get into the lab. This shit gonna be fun. It's gonna take me 6 hours my day one to make my goddamn build.
behind the back like on 2K24, it's just going to give you your signature size up behind the back. Unless some dribble style is going to change this, but to my knowledge, this is how it works. Look at the difference. This is what I'm talking about. That is just me doing his signature size up behind the back. His real behind the back is this right here, okay? That one. See how it's like a completely different animation? So if you did not figure out how to do it, you're going to hit a hezi.
Yeah, well, hey, come on now. Niggas should have known that goddamn Jamal Murray wasn't coming back, man. Come on, man. Hey, come on. 2K, you know they don't like no shit like that.
Same hand, and then go down diagonal right or left to the opposite hand while holding turbo, and that's how you
shit's
get
crazy.
your explosive behind the back. To my knowledge, Jamal Murray is not in the game. I know there's a lot of people that are happy about that. I am not happy about that. But anyway, I'll find a good behind the back for you guys. Don't worry. Good news is you can still spam your behind the back. It's very easy.
That's
You're
funny because this was Dame's, I think, from last year, and this shit was I think from 2K either 23 or 22. That shit was alright when it was what's the name, but
holding your right trigger the entire time. You're going to flick
This
your
shit's
right
slow, though.
stick right to hit your hezi. Then you're going to flick it down diagonal left. Then you're going to flick it left to hit your hezi again. And then down diagonal right back to the other side. And just spam that over and over again. Start out slow and then speed it up over time. And this, I literally learned this in 30 seconds. It's not that complicated. Once I figured out the behind the back spam, I was like, I wonder if you could do it with the escape. And would you look at that? I was right. And it's the same thing except flicking your stick down diagonal right or left. You're flicking.
I'm happy about niggas trying to go and learn how to spam because with spamming, if the defense works how it's supposed to, you should be fumbling this shit. Spamming moves is one of the more low IQ things that people do in 2K that they try to praise as like this competitive this or that, whatever it is. When in reality, you only spam moves when you can't get open. If you know how to get open, if you really got wiggle to your game and you know how to get open, you don't need to spam anything. You hit a nigga with one thing. If he reacts, you hit him with this. If he doesn't react, you hit him with that. The spam moves are for people that don't understand how to create space. When you understand how to create space, you don't need to spam moves. Now, 2K24 dribbling was a little ass, so that was a little different. But anything outside of that, like even in 2K22, you don't like run to the left, run to the right, run to the left, run to the right. And then niggas is sitting there literally bored by December. What are we talking about, y'all? Come on now. Come on, man. If I literally sat on my phone all day for 3.5 months straight and kept texting the same text message over and over and over again, I love donuts, or I love chips, or I love apples, whatever it is. If I literally sat there and did that for 3 months straight, I would be bored. That's why variation matters. I'm hoping there's a lot of cool styles coming in. I really am.
Up a diagonal right or left after you hit the hezi. This is like the new version of left stick canceling. I could not get the left stick cancel to work. you probably can still do it, but like I said, I need to test the game more. I only dribbled for like a little over 2 hours. I feel like I got a lot of information and figured out a lot of stuff, but there's still a lot more dribbling to be done. If you have any questions for me at all and you need them answered, or you need more people to play with, or you just want to connect with me more, join my Discord. The link will be in the description. Let's get back into the video. To my knowledge, I was the only one at Community Day that actually was able to somewhat L2 cancel. It's not pretty. It's absolutely terrible. Like, there's no way it's gonna, like, doing it like...
Thank God. Glad that shit is gone.
There's no way it's gonna be effective unless you, like, hit them into the screen and then shoot off of it like that. But even then, bro, like, so I still need to figure this out. Like, I did stop.
So even with the L2 cancel, why? You don't... If the other moves, if the dribble moves are effective, you don't need... If the best 2Ks, the 2Ks that everybody praises like holy hell, you did not need an L2 cancel. Even the quick stop shit, you didn't need that. You getting cooked and we're gone. The first available shot, and you're not. When you get cooked, you're not getting this speed boost to catch up so you can get a contest.
There's a way to speed boost out of it, because I technically did L2, like I did stop in my track and hit the escape in the other direction, but it's definitely not effective or ideal. This needs a lot of work. I have a feeling within a few weeks of the game, people are going to figure out actually how to use this effectively. You are still able to do a snatchback spam. It's the same thing as the behind the back, except down diagonal. You're just flicking your right stick down, so you're going to hit your hezzy, right stick down, hezzy in the other hand, right stick down, so right, down, left, down, right, down, left, down. That's how you spam your snatchback. Start off slow, speed it up, and you'll be able to spam it at full speed. Look at the D-Fox left stick cross, bro. Woo! That might be the new pro cross in 2K25, not gonna lie. But yes, the left stick cross is still in the game. Now, this is very unique to this game, and this was dependent on the...
I'm gonna tell you something else too. It's gonna be a lot of niggas. It's gonna be a lot of people. See, with me, like as a shot creator, it doesn't matter what 2K comes out with. I'm gonna learn my shot creation shit. I'm gonna learn how to get my space, how to do this, how to do that. Once I figure out the speed boosting shit, it's over. Cause I don't need to spam those speed boosts. I just need it in order to be able to create some space, get to where I need to get to, and then I have counters for everything. But the spam shit is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a lot of people crying for screens this year. If you're not, like, for me, I'm a ISO shot creator. That's what I am. That's how I play the game every year. People get mad at me because I don't pass the ball. I don't give a fuck. This is, if you don't want to pass the ball, if you want to get all the buckets, this is the channel you subscribe to. We will not pass. Only reason why I put pass accuracy on my bill. The only reason why I put pass accuracy on my bill is at the bare minimum to get it out my hand if the triple team comes. I'm not passing it. I pass it to people that I play with that actually learn the game or are actually good at the game or can actually create their own shot. If you can't create your own shot, shut the fuck up and wait. Because I'm not looking for you. I'm not looking for you. But it's going to be a lot of people screaming and crying for screens this year. It's going to be a lot of niggas looking for screens, especially at the beginning. Hey, bro, can you spend $100 and make a popper? Yeah, we're going to do the screen and roll shit. But see, the problem is that if Pick Dodger on silver is good, your screen and roll kind of going to be useless. That's why also, too, I wouldn't make no little ass guard unless I was going in the comp stage. You want to know why? Because when your bitch ass get put in the screen and roll and you going up against a KD build or something like that, if you don't get the steal and that nigga get to that go-to shot and 2K, he do this and hit that Kevin Durant and 2K registers that as an open shot, you're cooked. Or if you get into the screen and roll and they end up dumping it down to the basket, what are you going to do? Especially if a nigga does a pass fake and now you can't steal the ball out of his hand. What are you going to do? Then he just lays the ball up right over your head. I'm telling you, man, don't make these little ass guards.
I was using The angle of the left stick when I was doing this was different, like slightly different for all of the players, excuse me. And when you could do it was dependent on the player. So I assume that's with the
I like that cross launch too.
With certain players, I could only do it out of moves, or like I had to do a move first. It was very weird. Just have to play around with it more.
Some of the cross launches are clearly better than others.
Crossing is still in the game.
We'll
this
figure
was
that part
very
out.
interesting to me. You guys see that left stick cross? It's not a left stick cross. It's actually his escape. You know, it's just like any other escape. It isn't new, but it's like a new type of animation, I guess, you can get with certain escapes. I'm doing it how you would do any other one, holding the right trigger and going up diagonal right or left on your right stick, and that's the animation I'm getting. Just think of the combos you could do with this. I'm thinking just off the top of my head around the screen. Left stick cross, this escape, into a snap
Shit gonna be fun, man.
John Wall hot back. Like, you're gonna be
I
wide
can't
open.
wait to get
I'm
to the
super
part.
excited to combo
Holy.
with these types of escapes, and I'm just super excited for 2K25. Drop a like if you're excited as well. Let's get into the next move. I know you guys are gonna be watching this thinking, Dirk, why are you showing this to us? This is stupid. Like, you're not gonna be able to get open off of this, okay? And I'm not gonna lie to you. This is literally just me flicking up and down, right, left, diagonal, whatever, with the left stick, and I can just tell off of the movements and off of the spin backs and off of the just everything you can do, you're going to be able to combo crazy with these. Steezo is about to love the dribbling. Absolutely love it. The fact that you can dribble and hold yourself backwards, like, Steezo's about to go crazy, bro. But I just have a feeling the left stick dribbling and the combos you're going to be able to do is about to be glitchy, especially like left righting, like you guys saw in this first clip right here. I am left righting back and forth. Just imagine doing that around a screen. So left stick dribbling is probably going to be really OP. We just need to figure out how to use it effectively. Thank you, 2K, for bringing us some type of quick stop / peek into NBA 2K25. I am not going to lie, these were just okay, and I had a hard time figuring this out. This was one of the last things I recorded. I literally did this in like a few minutes trying.
All right. Shout out to Young Dirk. Hit the follow button on him. Thumbs up the video and shit like that. We finna get into Twitter real quick. I'm gonna show y'all some of these clips. Like I said earlier in the stream, shot canceling with LaMelo. This shit here, I'm gonna use this shit. That shit was fire. Look at that. That's a shot cancel. But we gonna have fun, man. Hopefully they drop the park news tomorrow. They probably won't. They probably gonna wait till Thursday. You know, 2K some assholes. They want you to spend $150 in the game that you ain't never even seen before. Just dickhead behavior. This shit right here. Oh wait. Look at that. Oh wait. That's just disgusting. that shit is a trouble, but that's just nasty though. Let's see what this is here. Let's see this here. I ain't worried about that like that. Because when the lockdown is on this build, a build with perimeter defense, and you bump this nigga the proper way, he ain't gonna have no chance. People giving out. I don't know. I mean, this is just for cinematic, for content creation purposes, but man, don't nobody put no fucking 2K on no shit like this. D-Man dropped a video too on a dunking and shit. One of these dunks look. Oh, this one's kind of clean. That one was nice too. I like that. That's like the old school 2K14 dunk where you dunk on the nigga and swing around in a circle. I ain't gonna hold you, man. It's like I said, we got to get the game. I'm thinking it's gonna be better. What the hell is she doing? Oh, W. Yeah. We'll see, man. We only got a couple days left. Bronny got a better face scan than Anthony Edwards. Oh my God, 2K. What the fuck? Full hands-on report and to learn 2K. They dropped a what's the name on this shit? There's no way they dropped it. Ain't no way. But this is PlayStation blog. Ain't nobody. I'm gonna teach motherfuckers how to learn 2K. We ain't doing this. It might be some useful shit in the Learn 2K feature or whatever it is, but there's some ways to be able to actually practice that you're gonna have a lot more fun with. Speed boost is back. Yeah. Two-hand snatch. They want you to get to a spot, stop, and do it by. See, this shit here, this shit is misleading, man. You can't get good at the game doing this dumb shit. You cannot get good at 2K doing this drill. What the fuck is this supposed to teach you? Go around the fucking cones. What about the goddamn lockdowns run up to you foaming at the mouth and shit like that? Niggas don't never get out their fucking X button. What about the X-Men? Wolverine and Cyclops and all them niggas. Nigga be on the X button on the Xbox. The whole fucking game. What about them niggas? This ain't gonna teach you how to do shit. You gonna get the ball ripped. If you do this shit day one, you might as well not even fucking play 2K. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you do this shit day one, do not make a guard, nigga. Do not make no guard. The fuck going on here? I was wondering one of those videos of them niggas getting the life slapped out of them is gonna pop up, but you know, Twitter be getting nasty. But they didn't. Well, we'll find out builder information tomorrow. Niggas getting ready, man. If you're trying to make content, if you're serious about making content, hey, this might